Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're back here at Ciocca Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Flemington, New Jersey to check out this brand new 2026 Ram 1500. This is the Laramie trim. We're totally blacked out inside and out. Diamond black crystal paint is the color. Four-wheel drive, short box, a ton of options on this vehicle. So if you're looking for a 26 Ram, is the Laramie the way to go? Now, for 26, we got 4 different engine options for the 1500 Ram. What do we have? We have the base Pentastar V6. Then we have 2 versions of the Hurricane twin turbo inline 6, the standard output, which this one has, and the high output. And then new for 26 is the 5.7 liter Hemi V8 e-torque, which we'll take a look at when one of those comes in. But we got standard output Hurricane. According to Motor Trend, that's going to get you the best towing numbers and payload, almost payload numbers, I should say. So let me know what you think as we go through this truck. So let's dig in. The front end of this 26 Ram 1500 Laramie, all blacked out, diamond crystal metallic paint. We have a full spread of LED lighting all the way across, including the fog lamps way down below. The Ram badge right in the middle. We have gloss black upper part of the grille, flat black down on the bottom part of the grille. As we come around to our wheel and tire setup, on this one we have a 22-inch matte black aluminum alloy wheel with the Ram badge on the center cap. These wheels are wrapped in Pirelli Scorpion Verde all-season tires, 285 on the width of 45 series sidewall 22s, all 4 corners, 4-wheel drive. Moving on out, there is the blacked out action on this Ram with the short box. As we move in closer, color match side view mirror caps with LED turn signals, color match front and rear door handle, left side fuel filler, 33-gallon gas tank. Up top, you got the tonneau cover, the Ram boxes on either side. We'll go over those in a little bit. And then up top, we got a color matched roof, the shark fin antenna, the panoramic sunroof. And then over the back of the short box, we have a power tailgate in the back with some standard lighting back here. I think we should have all LED for this Laramie. And then we're going to have the blacked out Ram in the middle, Laramie on the left, 4x4 on the right. Combination of gloss black and flat black down below with the tow hitch. And we do have those smoked chrome dual exhaust finishers coming out back. Under the hood of this 26 1500 Laramie, we have Ram's 3-liter twin turbocharged Hurricane inline 6-cylinder engine, made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission, 420 horsepower, 469 pound-feet of torque. Towing capacity per Motor Trend is 11,550 pounds. MPGs, 18 in the city, 24 on the highway, and 20 combined. Before we get into the interior, we're going to get to one of the most important parts. How much? Well, you can let me know if Stellantis got this right or if they are way off. But here we go. Base price, 26 Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cab 4x4, $63,880. This vehicle has got a ton of options on it. We'll check those out when we go through the window sticker. Once we add those in, and a destination and delivery charge of $2,095 from Ram's Sterling Heights, Michigan assembly plant, we have a total vehicle MSRP from the factory of $79,880. Oh, so let's check out the interior. All right, we'll open up the door and we'll see our first $1,000 option. There it is, power deployable running boards. Let me know, necessary, unnecessary. Front door panel, we're going to have the black soft touch and the light gray across the top. We're going to have some dark wood veneer. That's a faux wood, but it looks really, really nice, even though you can tell it's painted. Then we're going to go with some microfiber suede insert material, some chrome in and around the door handle. We do have 2 memory seat settings and the 19-speaker Harman Kardon sound system in here. Then we have soft touch, more of the light gray cross stitch, rubberized on the door handle And we do have power fold mirrors in and out. There we go. And then a huge door pocket right here, and there's your Harman Kardon speaker. Now, large dead pedal brake and accelerator, all season mats in the cargo area at this time. We do have full power with lumbar for the driver and the front passenger. Black leather with some microfiber suede accents. Light gray piping, light gray cross stitch, bolstering feels soft. Laramie embroidered into the seat, and the headrests feel soft. Front passenger door panel, same action as the driver, except you don't get memory seat settings. And come on, Ram, it's 80 grand. We need to have memory seat settings over here. Soft touch up top, light gray cross stitch, passenger display right over here with the glare. So your passenger gets a separate display, music, movies, that sort of thing in here. Necessary, unnecessary, let me know. Soft touch, and then down further, a large glove box. Up top, you also have Ram name, rubberized area for storage, and a 12 volt. So that's right on top of your infotainment system. And that's a nice little extra added feature. Now we have a major, huge, vertically mounted 14.4 inch infotainment system. My apologies, all the strobing, that's how the camera lens picks up this system. Let's go, come on. It's glitched out. This shocks me. Now it's getting a little bit better. It's a bit glitched out on the pinch to zoom. That is not good here. You Connect 5 wireless CarPlay, Android Auto. Media, here you go. Sources, AM, FM, Sirius XM, as well as Amazon Alexa, Bluetooth music, all that stuff in here. Comfort, everything now is in the screen except for things on the outside. So we do have 3-stage heated seats, 3-stage ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, and heated seats for the back row as well. And you can adjust all of that from up here. Bluetooth your phone, vehicle settings. You got your trailer app right here. Put in your trailers, manage your trailers right there. We can go back. We can go to our camera. We can go to controls right here. Deal with that power sidestep. Your overall settings, driver profiles, units, clock, all that. Safety driving tips, clock and date, entertainment screens, how you want those to behave, voice commands, how you want that to behave. There's your lights, how you want to have that, how do you want your illumination when you approach. All that is in here. Then all of your apps right here. As you can see, going all the way down, including your heated seats, the FM radio, all that's in here. And you can add more apps from the app market. Since this is, this Android-based system, you can tell by how it's giving me all sorts of red swirls. And so there you have it. So, and then we can go back to our maps, and now we get it all the way. And again, it's just a little slow and glitchy, not a good deal there at all. Now, as we come down on the sides first, you get your 4-way hazards. Then you can control the temperature and the fan speed for both the driver, front passenger, as well as your lane keep assist. And then we have volume and tuning knobs. And then you have your trailer brake controller right here, the dial to go through this 8-speed automatic. There's your 2 high, 4 high, 4 low, right? Engine auto stop start on or off. Down further is where you're going to have your HDMI for the passenger to watch movies. Then you're going to have 3 USB-Cs, 3 USB-As. Dual wireless charging pads right there for both front passengers. And then we're going to have 2 cup holders and the RAM key fob. Unlock, lock, remote start, panic button. It says RAM on the back. And then we're going to have a larger area here for storage. Coins for tolls. Need that here in Jersey. Soft armrest with the RAM badge on it and the stitching. We can open the top part. Felt area here where you can lie your phone. And then you can open up the whole thing. And you have a much larger area underneath. And of course, like all Rams, you have your measurements, calculations for getting work done. And then way down here, I don't know if I can fit the phone in. We do have a little Easter egg here with different Ram trucks lined up all in a row across the bottom, which I think looks pretty cool. Backup camera now. Here we go. To reverse. And we have just a regular backup camera, nice and clear with trajectory and a tow center line, but no 360-degree view. And at this kind of money, we need to have 360-degree view cameras in here. And then we're back to the beginning. Steering wheel, leather wrap wheel with the cross-stitch Ram badge on the horn button, round bottom wheel, but I have plenty of room to get in and out of this vehicle. It's a huge open and airy pickup truck, no doubt about it, a 511. Now, gear limit over here, up and down, drive modes right here. We'll check those out in a second. Flat black on the switchgear, controls for the digital dash, phone right over here, adaptive cruise on the right, and then over here on the left, you're going to have your directionals, and you're going to have your windshield wiper controls, high beams, and then over here on the left, you can brighten and dim the dash. This is where you can adjust your headlights, fog lamps, electric brake, power foot pedals, turn on and off the power in the back bed, and we do have a manual tilting and telescoping wheel. And what are we doing, Ram? 80 grand, that should be electric. There's your push button start, in case I forgot to mention that, right behind the steering wheel. And then we have a nice large digital dash. Looks good. Let's check out our drive modes. We have auto, off-road, sport, tow, forgot about that, and snow. There we go. And I think for today, we'll leave it in auto. And then if you want additional information, you can just zip across left to right. And some of these then will have submenus that you can go up and down. All depends on what you want to see when you're going down the road or when you're checking things on a road trip, including bringing the maps up, which is nice. We have a very busy overhead console, SOS button in case there's an emergency on the road. Then we have controls for the panoramic roof, as well as opening up that back rear window. Open it up or close her on up. Hold it in, closes back up. Now, here we go. Shade right here. Open that up. One touch and it goes back. And then you open it, hit it again, and it goes back all the way. Now, here we go. Open the glass. Once that's done, one touch open, wind buffeter comes up, glass goes back, and then of course, one touch closed. And then you can tilt up or down, and then you can close the shade. And that one you got to hold in. Really? Stellantis just can't get the little things right. Framed rear view mirror, auto dimming function, 80 grand I should have a digital rear view mirror. I know it's a pickup truck, but 80 grand, I got to get more action in here, but you let me know what you think. There's your home link right there on the sun visor. Open that up. We don't have LED lighting here. That's a miss. But we do have a vanity, and then the slide. Yes, it does. Getting into the crew cab area, but first, the rear doors. Here we go. Same action, which I do like. Same use of materials, nice and soft, the Harman Kardon speaker. So I do like how they did the rear doors. Now, I have the seat set for my driving position, but before we get in, we do have storage areas in the floor on either side, so you can put stuff in here. So I do like that. We can grab a handle if we need to, step on the running board, in we go. No need to duck at 5'11", plenty of room. This is my seat is set for my driving position, and look at all this leg room I have. Huge amounts of headroom. It's a huge crew cab area with the leather, seat pocket behind the driver and the front passenger, some 2 cup holders, some of that imitation wood that just feels really nice. I do really like how they did that. 2 heat and air vents, a couple USB-Cs, a couple USB-As, as well as a home power source and 3-stage heated seats for both outboard crew cab passengers, because we do have 3 across. Here is the rear seat, same color combo with the leather and the microfiber suede. I do like that. You can sit 3 across, but if you only have 2, you can pull this down, and that turns into an armrest with a couple of cup holders. This is super soft. We can open that up, and you can lay stuff in here. So I do like how they have that set up. It's very, very nice. But plenty of room in this crew cab area. Getting into the tailgate of this 1500 Laramie, you have to come to the back and hit the button. and the tailgate goes down. I don't get it why we don't have a popper on the key fob or on the dash. Again, Stellantis just gets the little things wrong. Here are the carpeted floor mats and all that jazz. We do have a spray-in bed liner with LED lighting in this back bed, so that's nice. But of course, that comes at an option package cost. Now, when I first looked in here, I said, I can't believe this truck's $80,000, and I don't see a home power source back here at all. But this has the Ram boxes, right? Another option, like $900. It says Ram box right on top. You hit the button and you lift them up. And you have these big storage areas here on the box. It says Ram box. You can put stuff in there. And this is where you're going to have your home power source back here. But these Ram boxes cost a lot. And you got to slam it to close it. And then we have one on the other side of the tailgate as well, that you can lock them as well. And then you can open it up and you have more storage. But the power outlet only inside the Ram box on the left side of the truck. 5.5 foot bed. A lot of you are going to tell me that's too small. 1,980 pounds of payload capacity per Motor Trend. But you'll let me know what you think about these numbers on this Laramie. Window sticker time. Here we go. 2026 Laramie Crew Cab 4x4. There's the base price, $63,880, and then we have your standard equipment underneath that till we get to the bottom, and then we're going to start seeing the options. Start off small, the paint, the bed utility group, and then you go big. You can see the night edition, $34.45. Laramie Level 2 equipment, $27.45. The floor mats by Mopar. The trifold tonneau cover, $695. $392 rear axle ratio. That's an extra cost. Dual pane panoramic sunroof. Multifunction tailgate. 33-gallon fuel tank. All options. $79,880 for a Laramie with a standard output Hurricane. God knows what the torques are going to cost. And look at this. MPGs. Not great, but it's a big pickup. And then we're made in Sterling Heights, Michigan. Take it out for a spin. All right, we're out on the road in this 26 Ram 1500 Laramie. Great visibility out of all the glass, no issues there. Huge side view mirrors, blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, lane keep assist, pre-collision, all that in here for safety. LED lighting up front for safety. We got the huge 14.4-inch screen. Sorry for the GoPro strobing in here as well, but that's just the way these Android systems get picked up. Uconnect 5. You got almost all the creature comforts of home going on in here, right? And drives fine. It is very smooth on the road, very comfortable. The seats very poofy and plush on the tush, so that's good. Handles the bumps really well, so that's good. This standard output Hurricane's got plenty of power. Got something that moves down the road easily. According to Motor Trend, you got good towing numbers, 11,550 on the towing capacity, 1,980 on the payload capacity. Again, Motor Trend statistics, because I couldn't get any statistics on a 26 Ram out of Stellantis. Not surprising. They'd roll out the truck, but not roll out the statistics for people that are reviewing the truck. Makes sense. But, you know, they miss little things in here. Like we have LED lighting here, but we don't have LED lighting in your vanity. I know it's a small matter, but details matter at $80,000. So, now we have almost everything going on inside the screen. The screen, as I showed you, a bit slow to respond, a bit glitchy, which, again, at this price point, shouldn't be like that. I do like the twin wireless charging pads up front. That's a nice touch. Got plenty of drive modes. Got plenty of room in the crew cab area. This has got the short box. You can get a longer box if you want. You got the optional Ram boxes. This has so many options. It's crazy. $79,880. It's $80,000 Laramie with a standard output Hurricane. That's insane to me. That is absolutely insane to me. Now we're going to go back the other way. We're going to turn around. The turning radius in this truck is enormous at 23.1 feet, which means the truck's not going to make it around. So we'll have to do K-turn. Now you can see my camera very, very clear. We can back on up. The dial, not a fan of dials, never have been. Now we take off. Let's try to go to sport mode now. Let's try her out. Here we go. And it gets up motors. Gets up and motors down the road. We'll go back to auto. I lost my plate there. But, you know, plenty of power out of the standard output. But like I mentioned, the base engine is the Pentastar V6. And then the next in line as far as horsepower is the 5.7 Hemi e-torque. And then comes the standard output Hurricane, and then the high output Hurricane will bring the most horsepower and torque in the 26 1500 lineup. So that's how it's going to rock. But it feels good going down the road. But at the end of the day, these pickup trucks are getting crazy expensive. And I don't know who Ram thinks they're going to sell this truck to at 80 grand. You let me know. If you think I'm wrong and this truck is a bargain at 80, put it in the comments and let me know, because this seems crazy expensive to me, and further proof that Stellantis just cannot get their pricing in order on these vehicles, because this is insane. This is crazy numbers to me for a pickup. There's no way in a million years I'd ever pay this kind of money for a pickup truck. But you let me know. Put it in the comments. Now, I know some of you may say, Mike, you didn't show this. Mike, you didn't show that. There's a lot of stuff in here. You have the multifunction tailgate I did not go over purposely, because this thing needs to be under 25 minutes in length. So that's kind of why some of the things did get overlooked, because we have a time window on YouTube where if you go over a certain amount of time on a video, to be honest with you, people turn it off. So I try to keep these things under 25 minutes. I don't know if this one's going to do it, but we'll see. But I do want to thank Ciocca, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Flemington, New Jersey for allowing the channel access to this brand new 2026 Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cab 4x4 in diamond black crystal metallic paint for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turn on that notification bell so you never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.